So, it's been a while since I did an update video or a review on this cabin. I've been living in this way now for about 3 years, I would say. And I wanted to do an update video explaining all the things that have changed since then. If you want to have a look, you can see the other one. But this is an off-grid cabin. And I've got my solar panel up here. I've got a tank on the other side. I'm going to show you that for where I collect water, so to be able to have a shower and things like that. And there was a cable here before, so I do have an emergency power, but I don't use it anymore. It's totally off-grid. The cabin's all made out of wood, and I'm going to show you the deck here and what's around the corner, the changes I've made to the front of the cabin here. And yeah, if you want to know more details about what happened before, you can have a look at the previous video, which was done about 8 months to a year ago. So yeah, let's go and have a look, shall we? So let's get a full view. If you just back up for a second. So yeah, this is the, we've got a steel roof on top. I have been thinking about painting it another color, but I haven't done that yet. And I've recently put in a new step because the old one is starting to fall apart. So we'll go up this way. You follow me? So during the summertime, it's right now we've got like 38 to 40 degrees. It's pretty hot today. In winter, it's completely not like that. We do have some netting on here because we do get quite an amount of bugs. So that's something we need to be concerned about. And the cable, if you just have a look on the top for a second, the solar panel is up here, and the cable comes down, runs underneath the gutter system and comes in through here. So that's where the power is coming in. And then I've got some solar lights here which give me some light during the evening, which is quite helpful. That's something I recommend. And the gutter system, like I said, collects water on the other side, and I'll show you that in a minute. If you come around this way, this is the terrace. This is my setup. I've got this just standard table here, which does the job for now. I'm thinking to improve that in the future. For potable water or drinkable water, I have to have a tank which I fill up. And it's a 20-liter jug that I just bring in back and forth. But for water, for just washing up and things like that, that's done via a different system. You can see this is like the point of view from the cabin. It's a bit hazy today, but it's beautiful weather today. It's very, very sunny, nice and warm, southern France. And I'm really in the forest here. I purposely chose to have these trees around here to block a lot of the sun that comes down, and just to have enough that hits the roof for the solar shower system. So I can show you the sink though. This is something that's changed. So this sink we found on a website called Le Bon Coin. Actually, my father found it for me, and it was only 20 euros, and it was a local guy who was selling it. So simply all I did was have a look and bought that, and it's just an IKEA sink. It's not hooked up to the thing yet, to the tap, but I've got an irrigation system here that comes through, as you can see, and I can give you a demonstration. It works like this. Now the water today is going to be piping hot, so I'm going to just turn that off for now to save some water, but that just gives you an idea. So I do washing up and toiletries and things like that here, and then the drinkable water's there. And we can go and have a look inside now, I think. So you can give them a full tour, and you can show them all of the details around the cabin. You don't have to focus it on me. So inside, what we have is we've got the gas system. I think I already showed that in the last video, but that's where I do all my cooking. For me, I'm simple. I just heat up my boiled water, and then I put that in a cup, and I've got I'm really simple when it comes to that. And I eat my food is here, and I try to. I'm wanting to get a fridge in the future. Right now, I've got a cool box thing, and I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not ideal. I'd like to have something better in the future. I've got all the maps up in my room in the cabin. There's only one room. I've got my guitar for studying music. I've got some other guitars here. And then for movie nights, we do have the TV still here, and that's running on the solar power. And the solar power is here, so you can give a shot of that. Focus on that. So this is the battery system, and basically it's a plug-and-play system. I've already explained this in the last video, but you plug it in, like I was saying, the cable comes in through the wall, and the panel's up here, and bada bing, bada boom, you've got your power coming in. I'll actually leave that on for a bit. And there's a car plug there, and I've got these daisy lights, which I've already explained in another video. So if you want to have a look at the solar panel rig, I've got another video explaining that in detail. Here we've got one of my friend's pianos, and that is sometimes used when we're doing any music sessions for fun, just singing. I play guitar, so that's what I like to do for expressing music, and that's how I practice French, by singing French songs. It's a bon méthode pour chanter la chanson en français. But I've also got some books. Those have been added in, which is fun, and it's a great way to get to know French. And then we've got another book there, The Petit Prince. And there was a filtering system here, but that needs to be reworked because that system didn't work for me. You've got these clay filters inside, and basically one of them broke, and it wasn't really doing the job for me to filter my water off the roof, so I need to think of another method, because we do have to deal with a lot of algae. So let's go and have a look around the back, and that's pretty much it inside. There's not a huge amount that's changed. This is my office space, so I put my tablet out like this. The reason I use a tablet or any low-powered device is because it runs really well on the solar rig. So yeah, if you just come around the corner here, you can poke your head around the corner on the left here. So we've got this shower system here, and basically I've got this giant tank on the right. It's 500 liters, and that fills up from the gutter system. And then if you point it up a little bit more, you can see that I've got this piping system coming down off the roof, which I'll show you how that works. And then the cabin for the shower and for the outhouse for like the toilet is there. It's a dry toilet, and we dump it in a different location. So let's go and have a look at that real quick. Follow me. So you come around the back. Yeah. And I've cut out a little trench here because before you couldn't access this area. That's my dad's bike, which is on loan to me, and it's a really beautiful Pyrenean bike. That's how I get around. My other bike is currently needing a bit of a service. This is the pump system. This is quite important. So this is a pretty neat system. The way it works is that you basically push that down, and it's a manual pump that brings the water up onto the roof. And I've got a small reservoir, which I'm going to show you a shot of. And basically that heats up in the sun. It's a black canister. It's not ideal. I'd like to have a different system for the reservoir. And once I hear that the water is falling off the roof, then that means that it's full. So you can just show them where the pipe's going up to, which is quite interesting, I think. Yeah, all the way up. And then arrives in the shower via gravity, just here. So that's how that works. I'm just going to hand it off back to the cameraman. It was only about 60 to 70 euros to get one of these things. The pipe that comes for the pump comes in this way, and the water comes down into the tank directly. And I'm only collecting about half of what the potential of the roof is. And I can show you inside the tank if you want to have a look how I manage that. So inside the tank, the way that this works is that I do clean it maybe once a month, and I do put a tiny bit of bleach in to keep the algae at bay, and that means it's not drinkable, obviously. Yeah, so the filter is there on the gutter, and that just helps stop any debris come in. And I put another one on the other tank, so that's the way that works, and it's a sealed system. We got my bike over there. And and we've got sawdust for the toilet stuff. But we get this sawdust pretty locally, so that's there. So this is it's a bit simple at the moment, but basically toilet system here. You've got your toilet paper there, and the dust is there. And then I've got my soaps and stuff like that. And then I'll give you the water is going to be piping hot today because it's, like I said, it's about 38 to 40 degrees Celsius. But basically the shower head is here. I don't know if you can see me. Can you see me?
Yep.
And then we just turn it on like this. And voila. It works like that. So that's pretty neat. Like I said, the water just falls off the roof, and it's gravity-fed system, and you can just get your shower in. It's pretty neat. I'm loving it. And now it's getting really bloody hot, so I'm going to turn it off. But that is the shower system. It works pretty well. I'm pretty chuffed with it. I'm happy that I got it working finally, and it only cost me about $100 to make the whole system. So the tank was 70. This shower head was free because it was just an old one. The piping system was about another 25, I think. And then we had some connectors that we didn't need, that we did need, and stuff like that. So it was around 100 euros to build this whole solar shower system. And I can do a whole video explaining how that works and how you can do that yourself. Anyway, so that's basically it. That's the tour. We'll just go around back to the front. So that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them. It's been a great system for me, living like this in a really simple way, off-grid, and I highly recommend it. And I can show you the other projects that we're doing around here if that's an interesting thing as well. So subscribe, and thanks for watching.